Hello again, the TCG Battles Collections here. Hopefully my introduction video has been uploaded successfully to YouTube, and right now I will be showing you my collection of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I will show in a separate video my collection of Vanguard cards, and etc. on deck profiles. Now, first page we have Kage Tokage, Googly Eyes Drum Dragon, the promo Winged Dragon of Ra, Egyptian God card. Hopefully everyone knows about these cards. Next we got the promo from the Volume 4. Hold on, let my camera focus a little. Okay, here we go. We got Blackwing Graham the Shining Star from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Volume 4 manga. We've got the rank 8 Xyz monster, Heretic Sun Dragon, Overlord of Heliopolis. So you're gonna need like 2 level 8 monsters to Xyz summon that card. Next we got Photon Circle. So any battle damage. Hold on, let me focus. Okay, so any battle damage you take from battles involving this card is halved. So a lot of you might already know that. Next is Gambaro Knight, one of my personal favorite common cards from one of my favorite regular cards from my trial deck, because let's say you play it in attack mode. Hold on, I'm having a problem focusing here. Okay, so let's say you place this guy in attack mode by accident. You can just sludge him straight into the fence mode while he's targeted for an attack, as long as he's in attack mode. Next we got Fiery Fervor, or Fury Fervor. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but anyway, this card can double the attack points of one of your the original attack points of one of your monsters, and it equips to it but it can only be during the damage step. Next we've got Blaster Dragon Ruler of Infernos. Not exactly one of my favorites, but it's a pretty strong card. Now onto the back page of this. On the back page we've got Air Armor Ninja, Mechlord Emperor Weissel. If you guys don't know what Mechlord Emperor is, it's like in the second season of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. It can equip synchro monsters and it gains its attack points. So that's basically how it is. Next we've got Gagagigo the Risen. One thing I don't understand is why they would make a level 3 Xyz a rank 4 Xyz monster that can have 3 Xyz materials with such high attack points and defense points that they do not have an effect. But otherwise, a pretty strong card coming from me. Next we have an old classic called Deep Sea Warrior. Back when the spell cards were called magic cards, right when the very first Yu-Gi-Oh series, the original. So I managed to find that one from an old card collection that I had. Next I have the equip spell One Shot Wand, which only a spellcaster can get it, and it gains 800 attack points. If the equipped card is attacked or is attacked, you can destroy this card right after the battle after you give damage or receive damage, and you get to draw a card. So overall, not a bad equipped spell. Either way, this card can be sent to the graveyard and you can draw an extra card. So I honestly think that's a win. More cards you draw, the better chance you get of drawing the card you need. Next we got Gaga Girl, and this one is a promo. It's actually kind of like a limited edition card from the Abyss Rising special edition that I got. This card overall is actually a pretty good card. If let's say you have a Gaga Magician out and you use the ability to become level 8, this card can become the same level as Gaga Magician. So, and if it's used for an Xyz summon, you can target one monster on the field that was special summoned by your opponent, and its attack becomes 0. So, let's say you use 2 Gaga Girls to Xyz summon. you can take 2 special summon monsters that your opponent has, and their attack points become 0. So, actually very good. I like that ability. Next we got Goblin Bird, Berg, I don't know. I don't know if I'm pronouncing some of these names correctly, but anyway, post some corrections on this if you think I need it. We got Goblinberg. This card can special summon a level 4 or lower monster from your hand once it's summoned, but only if you switch it. But then it switches back into the defense position. So good. So overall, for Xyz summoning like a rank 4 Xyz monster, or bringing out a tuner monster for a synchro summon. Next we have Scapegoats, a classic card. I got this from Battle Pack 1, a quick play spell card, and you get 4 Scapegoat tokens. Very good if you lose all your monsters. Next we got the spell Double or Nothing, which I think works very well on mainly Utopia, number 39 Utopia, because it can stop its own attack. And with this, and with this quick play spell card, if its attack is negated, it can attack again with double the attack points. So basically, you can attack with, if you have like 3 of those and you use Utopia, and you somehow else like 3 overlay units. Well, Xyz material, if some of you say it like that. I say it like in the show, but anyway. So if you slap his attack 3 times and use 3 Double or Nothings, his total attack points would end up being, let's see, about 20,000 total. So, not that bad. On to page 3. We have Forbidden Graveyard, Mirror Force, and Overall. Classic card from the from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! No, if you do not have a Mirror Force in your deck, then you are surely doomed to lose, because at least having 1 Mirror Force in your deck gives you the ability to destroy all attack wizardry monsters your opponent has. So if you do not add this card to your deck, I don't know, unless you have a very killing strategy, unless you have other awesome trap cards. Overall, this is just my opinion. Your opinion matters as well, so if you have any problems with what I am saying in this video, please comment below. Moving on, we have Snowdust Dragon. A pretty cool looking card, but I'm not a big fan of some cards. I just collect some cards that I need. Next, we got Garnosaurus. This card, you can get it from like a booster. This card, I got it from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Starter deck. The very first Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal trial deck. It means starter deck. Sorry for confusing those. I've been getting Vanguard cards recently, and they were called trial decks, and they mix these up sometimes. Anyway, this card is one of the first 3 Xyz monsters you get. So, besides Utopia, you also get Gachi Getetsu, something like that. I don't know what happened to that card. My cousin currently has some of my cards in his possession, but as soon as I get them back, I will be showing them on my channel. Next, if I don't get through all my cards in this one video, I'll most likely be doing a part 2 version, a part 2. So onward, we have Influence Dragon, which is a dragon tuner monster. Not that bad. I actually like it because you can make one of your monsters dragon type until the end of the turn, but you can only do this once per turn. Next, we got the tuner monster White Stone of Legend, which I like as well, because when this card is sent to the graveyard by any means, from the hand, the deck, you can add a blue outside dragon straight from your deck to your hand. So, overall, I like it. Next, I got Space Gate, Continuous Trap. Every time your opponent attacks or is attacked, you can place 1 gate counter on this card, and then during your main phase, you can send this card to the graveyard, and you can special summon 1 monster from your hand whose level is less than or equal to the number of gate counters on this card. So overall, let's say you want to summon a level 8 or 10 monster, and you need to sacrifice 3 monsters, or 2 monsters, whatever some of these cards require. I'm still kind of stuck on the Egyptian God cards and their 3 sacrifice thing, but anyway, you can summon about any level monster. as long as he goes with that many attacks. Next, we got Strike Slash. Not a bad card. It's pretty good. And next, we got a classic spell card, Pot of Greed. Play it, you draw 2 extra cards. Next, we got a pretty sweet level 4 monster. I personally think so. Twin Sword Marauder. If I were to rebuild my deck, when I rebuild an awesome deck, Twin Sword Marauder is definitely in my deck recipe. Next, we have Luster Dragon. This is a mosaic rare version. This has you can't see it, but it has sort of like the mosaic from. I got this from Yu-Gi-Oh! War of Giants. So it has like the bit of the mosaic rarity pattern on it. Anyway, next we have Skill Successor. This card is really good. You can pause right here if you want to read the ability. I'm kind of pressed for time right now. So next we have Gardna. A very good card. If you're attacked directly, you can special summon it from your hand. Then you can discard 1 card from your hand to prevent its destruction. Next we got another classic card, Rush Recklessly. One face-up monster gets 700 attack points until the end of the turn. Next, Damage Diet. I personally would add this card to your deck because you can take half the normal amount of damage during the turn this card is activated. Next, we have Crane. When it's summoned, you can special summon 1 level 3 monster from your graveyard. Then special summon it. You can special summon 1 monster from your graveyard, and its effects are negated, but you can only use its effect once per turn. Next, we have Xyz's Revenge. Pause right there if you want to read the effect. Next, we have another another classic card from the very first few booster packs. Card Trader. Since this is such a short ability, I will say the effect. Once per turn during your standby phase, after you can shuffle 1 card from your hand into the deck, then draw 1 card. So basically, after you draw, you can send 1 card from your hand that you don't like, and you can send it back to the deck and draw another one. So overall, not that bad. Next, we have Tiki Soul. This is one of those trap monster cards, which a lot of people should be adding to their decks if they like these. I don't know, but overall, good. Next, we have Axe Dragonaut. A very powerful level 4 monster. 2000 attack to 100 defense. If it attacks, it changes the defense position at the end of the damage step. That's its only drawback. I guess very powerful monsters at such low levels have to have costs. Anyway, next we have Book of Moon. You can take 1 monster on the field, and it changes the face-down defense position. Not bad. Next, we have Soul Exchange, which lets you sacrifice 1 of your opponent's monsters. If you were confused, do not be confused with the TV show's use of Soul Exchange. You can only target 1 monster from your opponent's side of the field to sacrifice, but you cannot attack. Next, Dust Tornado, another classic card. Destroy spell or trap card your opponent controls, and then you can take a 1 spell or trap card and place it face down. So on your opponent's turn, you can activate that card and you can place an extra card face down if you wish. Next, Xyz Effect. A good card. When an Xyz monster is Xyz summoned, you can destroy 1 card on the field. Next, Call the Haunted. Classic card. You can special summon 1 monster from your graveyard. When this card is destroyed, that monster is also destroyed. If that monster is destroyed, this card is destroyed. So it's an endless chain. Next, we got Swords of Burning Light. If you control no monsters, your opponent cannot declare attacks. If you control a monster, or if your opponent has 5 or more cards in their hand, destroy this card. So, overall, this card isn't exactly as good as Swords of Revealing Light, but who am I to judge? Next is Marauding Captain. Its ability, you can summon 1 level 4 lower monster from your hand when it's summoned. Next, you have Bite Bug. You have Cardigard, Twin-Headed Behemoth, Utopian Aura. You have a Shadow Spell Trap card, which is actually a very decent card. I like it. I put it in my deck. Elemental Hero Sparkman, another classic card. I honestly am trying to make an Elemental Hero build, but I'll see. The Old Vindicted Mage. Flips face up, you can target 1 monster, and it's destroyed. Next, Lustering Winds. Then, the A-Forces. Okay, I'm going to turn this into a 2-part video, so I will catch you guys in the next video. This is TCG Battles Collections. See you in the next episode. Adios.